Eating Disorders by Headspace. National Youth Mental Health Foundation. Eating disorders. A person has an eating disorder when their beliefs about food, weight, and body image lead to unhealthy patterns of eating and or exercising. This can interfere with their life and relationships with others. Eating disorders often begin in adolescence and early adulthood, and they are more common in females, but can also affect young males. Mortality rates are 2 to 6 times higher in people with an eating disorder compared to the rest of the population. Just so you know, mortality means death. Adults out there who are watching this obviously know this, but I am just saying that anyway. Okay. Many young people have concerns about eating or their body image, but generally do not develop an eating disorder. Body image and eating disorders are not always related. Body image or eating concerns become a problem when they begin to affect your physical or mental health, or how you cope in your daily life. Eating disorders can cause significant physical health complications, and so they can be life-threatening. It is very important that when the early signs of an eating disorder begin, they are treated effectively. I would recommend going to a doctor straight away, or a physician, or someone who is professional, but if you have these symptoms, or if a family member or friend has some of these symptoms of an eating disorder. Signs and symptoms of having or being at risk of developing eating disorders can include excessive eating, dieting, or exercising, thinking and talking a lot about body image, body weight, and food, avoiding social situations that involve food, eating only certain types and amounts of food, becoming irritable or withdrawing from friends and family, wearing loose-fitting clothing to hide weight loss, wanting to eat alone. That's doesn't mean you have not all the time it means you have an eating disorder, but it's a symptom. Playing with food rather than eating it. I mean, kids do that, don't they? Yeah, Mummy?
Yes. Yes.
Kids play with their food,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean they have an eating disorder. Feeling faint, dizzy, and weak, going to the bathroom straight after meals, difficulty concentrating, often feeling tired and low, or irregular menstrual cycles, if female. I think that's how you say it, right?
Yep.
Menstrual?
Cycle.
Menstrual.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mummy. Types of eating disorders. There are 3 main types of eating disorder. Anorexia nervosa. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that. Anorexia nervosa. Bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Thank you, Mummy.
You're welcome.
A person who has anorexia nervosa restricts how much they eat, resulting in low body weight. In young people, eating less may result in either weight loss or not gaining the weight expected as they grow. Oh, my cat is over there. She's looking. Hello. Bye-bye. Okay. Has an intense fear of gaining weight or refuses to keep a healthy body weight. Audience, I'm just going to show you my cat for 1 second. I'm very sorry. Hello. Hello. Okay, let's get back to this eating disorder article. Has an intense fear of gaining weight or refuses to keep a healthy body weight. Has distorted or inaccurate perceptions of their weight and body shape. Example, believing they are overweight despite being underweight. That's sad, isn't it? Well, I know from personal experience that being overweight is not good in the social world that we are in now, and everybody's taking photos of themselves and talking to each other about stuff and so on. But to the audience, if you think your body shape is wrong, even if you are really, really big, God still loves you, and you are perfect the way you are. Probably. Okay. When someone has I need help with the pronunciation. Anorexia nervosa, they may use extreme weight loss strategies in an attempt to control their weight. These might include fasting, excessive exercising, vomiting after eating. How do you even do that? How do you even vomit after eating? I don't know. Okay. Taking diet pills or misuse of diuretics. Is that how you say it? Diuretics or laxatives. Their self-esteem is generally influenced by their perceptions of weight and body shape. Just on the fasting thing, there's nothing wrong with fasting, but excessive fasting, like, for example, 40 days without food, I wouldn't do that. That's not good. You fast like a meal every 2 days, or a meal every day. Not breakfast though. Fasting breakfast is not good at all. Is it? Fasting breakfast isn't good. Yeah, I don't recommend fasting for people of my age, which is kids, because you need to grow and stuff and whatever. You're reaching puberty or maybe a preteen or something, or tween. I think that's how they say it. Oh well, so just with the fasting, it's okay to fast. Just don't go excessive with it. Okay. They may experience anxiety, feel depressed, or be in an irritable mood, feel very tired, and have difficulty concentrating. Often young people experience anorexia. Oh, Mummy, is it
Anorexia.
Anorexia, okay. Anorexia. 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 Nervosa do not recognize the symptoms or deny having a problem with weight and body image issues. This can make it challenging to get them the help they need. So, like, if somebody asked you, do you have problems with thinking you're overweight or, and stuff like that? Not many people would admit it. I don't think, like if somebody asked me, do you have problems with thinking you're overweight and so on? I wouldn't straight go, yeah, I do, man, if I do. And because that's like humiliating, kind of. Not for some people. Some people have lots of really big self-esteem and some don't. Like, some people would be like, do you use a toothbrush to clean the toilet? For example, that's a horrible question, but some people will be like, if they do, they'll be like, yeah, I do, mate, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some other people will be like, no, I don't, when they actually do. It's kind of weird-ish. It's not weird, it's just some people don't do that, and other people don't do that. Okay. What was I up to? Okay. A person who has bulimia nervosa. Is that right? Mummy?
Yes.
Bulimia nervosa?
Yes.
Bulimia nervosa.
bulimia nervosa.
Regularly binge eats. They eat large quantities of food and feel unable to control their eating. During these episodes, they may eat more quickly than normal and/or until they are uncomfortably full, even if they are not hungry. That's weird. How do you eat when you're not hungry? Use extreme weight loss strategies in efforts to make up or compensate for binge episodes and avoid weight gain. This may involve making themselves vomit, using laxatives or diuretics, fasting or excessive exercising. As I said, fasting is not always bad. Just don't go crazy with it. It's not for kids either. I don't know, maybe if you're old enough. I would say the fasting age, no fasting below 10. And don't fast until you're 15. No fasting for preteens. So after you're preteen, I think you can fast. That's my opinion. But other people, like professionals, would say no.
It's not scientific.
Well, it's my opinion, Mommy. Triggers for binging include relationship stress, dietary restraint, negative feelings related to their body image, their weight, availability of food, and boredom. Binging typically results in intense feelings of guilt. Like when my dog is at my dad's right now, when he takes clothes from the laundry and he goes into his room and he has sitting on them, and then we come back home and when we go into his room, he just looks up at us like, I totally didn't do this. I'm sorry. Don't punish me, please. Please don't punish me. And then he looks like so guilty, like, please. That's what guilt is. Okay. So what was I up to? Fasting or excessive exercising. Dietary restraint, negative feelings, availability of food. Okay, I'll start from. Triggers for binging include relationship stress, dietary restraints, negative feelings related to their body weight, their body image, their weight, availability of food, and boredom. Binging typically results in intense feelings of guilt, depressed mood, and high levels of distress. Repeated episodes of binging and compensating create a compulsive cycle that feels beyond the person's control. Not good. Eating disorders. Part 2. Types of eating disorders. Continued. Sorry if this is like really long. I should have done this like 10 minutes, not 13 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna get on with this. Types of eating disorders. Continued. A person who has binge eating disorder binges repeatedly without trying to make up or compensate for these binges. This causes high levels of distress. So, binging eating disorder and bulimia nervosa. So they still binge, still try to get fat, but binge eating disorder, they don't make up for it by and fasting and exercising. Unlike anorexia nervosa, where people are underweight, people with bulimia nervosa and binge eating disorder are usually with the normal or overweight range. Due to shame and guilt, individuals often try to hide their symptoms from others, so it can be difficult to tell when someone has bulimia nervosa or binge eating disorder. How can I help a young person with eating disorder? Bye, Kitty. Well, if you are concerned that a friend or family member has an eating disorder, let them know that you are worried and care about them. Even if they deny there is a problem, which they probably will, or do not want to talk about it, gently encourage them to seek professional help. Often a young person will not want to seek help. In these situations, you should seek further advice from a professional about your concerns. I am not a professional. Do not seek advice from me. Help is available from general practitioners, GPs, school counselors, psychologists, and specialist mental health workers. Contacting your GP or local Headspace Center. Headspace Center is a good place to start. Health problems from eating disorders, starvation or repeated cycles of binging and let me read this properly. Self-induced vomiting or using diuretics, laxatives, purging can cause damaging changes in the body. Starvation, for example, can lead to osteoporosis, weakening of the bones, headaches, constipation or diarrhea, which is really bad. I've had constipation before. It's horrible. Fainting and damage to most major organs, including the heart and kidneys. So, peeps, if you do have an eating disorder, go to a professional. Read this. Fainting and damage to major organs, including heart and kidneys. They are major. They keep you alive, especially the heart. It can be life-threatening. Vomiting after eating exposes the teeth to stomach acid. Oh, and that causes decay. Can also cause sore throats, heart problems. Yeah, the last time I vomited, I had a sore throat, heart problems, and abdominal pain. Laxative abuse can cause constipation or diarrhea, as well as hydration and bowel disease. Wait, Mommy, what's bowel disease?
Intestines.
Like what happens? Is it like not work or something?
Yeah,
you can't digest?
Can't digest.
Okay, I just learned something new. Individuals who have eating disorder are also at higher risk of developing other mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, and substance abuse disorders. Substance. I wonder what substances are they talking about. Treatment of eating disorders. People with eating disorders will benefit from professional help. Keeping the person safe is the first priority. If their weight loss is severe and there are serious health complications, then a stay in a hospital may be needed. Professional treatment starts with developing good working relationship with the young person, then focus changes to provide information, looking after physical health, and establishing healthy patterns of eating and exercise, individual counseling, family work, and medication, when appropriate, might all be required and are usually provided by a treatment team. As the problems with eating tend to have developed over a long period of time. I added that long in extra long period of time. Treatment can also take time, so getting help with problems when problems first begin is really important. Okay, folks, I just finished this article, Eating Disorders by Headspace. You can get these articles from the Headspace website. and print them out. Please subscribe and press the like button. And if you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you.